Proverbs chapter 25. These also are Proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah king of Judea copied. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the glory of kings is to search out the matter. As the heavens for heights and the earth for depths, so the heart of the king is unsearchable. Take away the dross from silver, and it will go to the silversmith for jewelry. Take away the wicked from before the king, and the throne will be established in righteousness. Do not exalt yourself in the presence of the king, and do not stand in the place of the great. For it is better that he says to you, "Come up here," than that you should be put lower in the presence of the prince, whom your eyes have seen. Do not go hastily to court, for what will you do in the end when your neighbor has put you to shame? Debate your case with your neighbor, and do not disclose the secret to another, lest he who hears it expose your shame, and your reputation is ruined. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in setting of silver. Like an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold is a wise rebuke to an obedient ear. Like the cold of snow in time of harvest, it is faithful messengers to those who sent him, for he refreshes the soul of his master. Whoever falsely boasts of giving is like clouds and winds without rain. By long forbearance a ruler is persuaded, and a gentle tongue breaks a bone. Have you found honey? Eat only as much as you need, lest you be filled with it and vomit. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house, lest he become weary of you and hate you. A man who bears false witness against his neighbor is like a club, a sword, and a sharp arrow. Confidence in an unfaithful man in times of trouble is like a bad tooth and a foot out of joint. Like one who takes away a garment in cold weather, like a vinegar on soda, is one who sings songs to a heavy heart. If your enemy is hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him a drink. For so you will reap coals of fire on his head, and the Lord will reward you. The north wind brings forth rain, and a backward tongue an angry countenance. It is better to dwell in the corner of a housetop than a house shared with a contentious woman. As cold water to a weary soul, so is good news from a far country. A righteous man who flatters before the wicked is like a murky spring in a polluted well. It is not good to eat much honey, so to seek one's own glory is not glory. Whoever has no rule over his own spirit is like a city broken down without walls. And what would it be like to have a city back then without walls? Danger. People could attack at night. How could you sleep? And yet, if you can't rule over your spirit, it's describing that way. Where's your heart at? And remember, Solomon's talked so much about the heart. If the heart is right where God wants it to be, then it won't be wandering off on its roll, and you won't have to rule over it. And yet, if you have to rule over it, it really points you back to, do you want to do what's right with God and in the long run be blessed? Or do you want what's right with man? And do you want what is best in man's eyes instead of God's eyes? If you enjoyed having Proverbs read to you, you can subscribe on YouTube or Twitter for each day of reading if you would like. I hope that Proverbs will be a blessing to you and you will follow through with this.